From the pages of MikeHuckabee.com, where you can read my columns and have them delivered right to your email inbox just by signing up for my totally free newsletter, let's take another look back at the week that was. First of all, from the unintentional comedy department, the FBI agent at the heart of the surveillance abuses around the Trump campaign in 2016 teaches a college course. Now, before I tell you what the course is, remember that surveillance of the Trump campaign was all predicated on innuendo and outright lies in a sloppy dossier compiled by a former British spy by the name of Christopher Steele. The FBI supervisory agent tasked with verifying the Steele dossier, which was used to justify the spying, is named Brian Auten. And since 2010, Mr. Auten's job at Patrick Henry College is teaching, wait for this, spying ethics. Now, the jokes write themselves. Something like having Bernie Madoff teaching an accounting class. And speaking of classrooms, teachers in Los Angeles say they're not going to be back to work anytime soon, not as long as their demands go unmet. Now, you might think, well, what could they possibly want? Maybe some more money and resources to teach their students to the best of their ability. No, not so much. The Wall Street Journal editorial board this week highlighted the demands of the United Teachers of Los Angeles. The union, in its frothing manifesto, describes America as a profoundly racist, intensely unequal society, and says that it refuses to return to a normal that wasn't working. Oh, the money thing. Oh, they also wanted that too. In fact, they want $500 billion from the federal government. They want a wealth tax on millionaires and billionaires. They want Medicare for all, a moratorium on charter schools. Oh, and they want to defund the police as well. There is a word for all this. It starts with E and ends in N, but it's not education. It's extortion. Also from the Twitterverse, where you can follow me at GovMikeHuckabee, all the stories on fruits, nuts, and flakes that you can possibly take. Well, Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez does not believe the skyrocketing crime in New York City is due to the neutering of the police. Her alleged theory, I quote, "People aren't paying their rent and are scared to pay their rent. And so they go out and they need to feed their child and they don't have money, so they feel like they either need to shoplift some bread or go hungry." Now, I don't know about you, but I don't think stores that are attractive crime targets for rioters like Gucci and Louis Vuitton and Tiffany's are carrying loaves of bread. And if they were, probably be designer bread with jewels mixed into the batter. Let's keep things honest. I would say to the Congresswoman, there's enough danger to go around for every New Yorker right now. There's no need to tuck it behind fake news. Some rogue protesters in Lower Manhattan last week decided to turn a peaceful protest violent when they met with pro-police marchers at City Hall. Nearly 40 people were arrested, but not before 7 police officers were injured as they were struck with canes, bats, and debris. One of the wounded was New York City Police Chief Terrence Monahan. Friends, may I encourage you to stand strong with your police department wherever you live. And if you are in New York, don't let the mayor or the defunders intimidate you. Stand strong for those men and women in blue. Keep our cities from descending into complete chaos. And what would you do if people in your city were not filling out the 2020 census? I'll tell you what they do in Chicago. Mayor Lori Lightfoot, who's the mayor of Chicago, came up with this idea, a census cowboy. While being the Chicago police are not allowed to serve and protect anymore, I hope that cowboy has his own set of 6 guns in the Windy City. We don't want him to wind up on Boot Hill. And now let's give some salutes to those who are doing really great things in difficult times. We salute Five Guys restaurants for firing some staff members at their Daphne, Alabama location because they refused to serve police officers. Thank you for taking care of every customer by serving hamburgers and fries with a delicious side of fairness. And finally, we want to salute NBA Hall of Famer Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for his powerful column in The Hollywood Reporter Abdul-Jabbar shines a light on current instances of anti-Semitism, especially mentioning Eagles receiver Deshaun Jackson's recent social media post against Jews, and also mentions ex-NBA player Steven Jackson for defending Jackson's post, as well as the vocal anti-Semite Louis Farrakhan. And he wasn't done until he also called out Chelsea Handler and Ice Cube. Frankly, by taking the bold stance without fear of backlash, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has proven he's a champion of basketball as well as life. And before we conclude, I want to share a word from Israeli historian Yuval Noah Harari, who said this, and I quote, "Censorship no longer works by hiding information from you. Censorship works by flooding you with immense amounts of misinformation, of irrelevant information, of funny cat videos, until you're just unable to focus." End quote. Here's hoping in tumultuous times like these that we all need to make sure to keep our focus and stand for what's right, because our nation surely needs that right now. In fact, more than ever. Well, until next time, these have been the facts of the matter. Now, if you're seeing this, I know you've enjoyed that video. I mean, how could you not, after all? So you know what you should do? Leave a like, click on the subscribe button below, and hit the notification bell next to it so you'll always know when I have another video up for you to enjoy.